Hey guys, Josh Zamora here, and in this video I'm going to walk you through pretty much the network info, and then I'm going to walk you through how to submit a campaign. So here on the left hand side is where our full breakdown of our entire network is, so that you can always know exactly how much authority we are packing into our network. And if you are here doing version 3.0, then we have expanded our network to 1,000 different sites. And down here it shows the domain authority of those sites, and down here shows the page authority, and over here on the right hand side it shows the TLDs. So the TLDs is pretty much what the domain ends in. So are they .com, are they .net, are they .uk? And you can see we have it broken down into percentages of sites that contain that TLD as well. And here on the left hand side you can hover over these progress bars to see how many sites we have in our network that contain that domain authority. Okay, so we do want to be fully transparent with our service so that you can know exactly what you're getting. Okay, so again, this is going to continue growing as well. And we're always going to stay completely transparent with our platform, because we understand that many of our users do wonder if that we are building truly authoritative links instead of just some bogus links. Okay, so if you ever want to get an idea of our network, just come to the network info tab and that will be available to you. Now let's go ahead and submit a campaign. And again, in version 3.0 we have simplified this process into a simple 3-step process just to make it easier, faster, and better for you. So the campaign name, usually I like to name this my keyword that I'm targeting, just so that I can always know exactly which campaign is which when I'm over on the campaigns tab, and I'll show you how that looks after. The URLs, this is self-explanatory, where you actually submit the links that you want traffic for. So if you're doing a video, you can go ahead and submit the URL there. And what I do is I usually submit the long version and the short version, and also sometimes I'll go ahead and remove the S and submit the non-secure URL as well. So it might be hard for you to see, but all of YouTube's URLs are HTTPS, but just for different variations, I'll go ahead and submit the non-secure version just to have that variation in my campaigns. But again, it's all comes down to personal preference, and whatever it is that you choose to do with your campaign. Some people just focus on submitting just one URL, and that's fine as well. The keywords tab, again, this is self-explanatory as well, so it depends on what keyword you're targeting. You can just go ahead and submit those down here. We usually recommend about 3 to 5 main keywords per campaign. That's usually how we like to do it, but obviously you can submit as many as you want. Okay, you can always throw in the random click here as well, just to again continue to vary up your keywords and kind of make it look a little bit more natural. But again, that's going to come down to your personal preference. Again, here we also have, you'll notice we have the more info tab. So if you click on that, it will give you some more information on what we recommend that you do and things like that. Same with the keywords tab. And also, if you are totally brand new to SEO and you don't really know how to do keyword research, on the bonuses tab, we do have training on how to properly do keyword research. So once you're done with step 1, you click next, and step 2 is the actual content. And again, we have revamped this in version 3.0. So we do have the original version where we do scrape content for you based on the keywords that you submitted in step number 1. All right, so you can still totally do that. You also have the option to turn this off and submit your own content. Now this is mostly for whenever you're working with a sensitive client that really cares a lot about the content that's put out there for them. There are a lot of industries out there who really like to control this. So, your doctors, your attorneys, who really care about what gets posted out there. For the most part, they rather supply you with that content because, again, they really like to protect the information that gets posted about them and whatever gets tied to their name. So we have that option for you here. And then we also have, if you can kind of see, this grayed out information, which we do recommend that you read if you are going to be supplying us with the content, because we do give you some tips here that will kind of guide you through how to do that. All right. And then down here, we also mentioned in the actual article of the body to not include any direct links in here, okay? Instead, you can submit the link tag, all right? So that we know where you want the link to be submitted. And if you're using our video embed feature, then you want to make sure that you use our embed tag. So when you're supplying the content in here, you can go ahead and use link. All right, for wherever you want to have that link. Obviously, then here goes your content. And then if you want your video to be embedded here, all right, then you do that there, okay? Obviously, this is only if you are going to be supplying content for us. If we're going to be doing the content for you, you just turn that back on and we'll create content for you either by scraping by keyword or by using create, okay? So if you want us to have create write your content for you, you just select that, you select your language, and then you select the niche that you want that content in, okay? So this is a full integration with create that we have done, and we are covering the cost of that as well. So you don't actually need to have a create account to be able to use it with Done For You Suite. All right. So that's how step number 2 is. And obviously here you have our embed feature. And this pretty much goes back to us doing video embeds for you. And what we recommend here is obviously to use the same video URL as in step number 1 so that you are getting both high quality syndication and high quality video embeds. From this point, you click next. And this is where the magic happens, pretty much where you select how many links you want us to build for you. Now, depending on which package you purchase, you'll be able to go from a maximum of 300 all the way up to a maximum of 1,000. Okay, since in 3.0 we have expanded our network to 1,000 different sites. So if you purchase just our regular agency license, then you'll be able to submit a maximum of 300. And if you've purchased our upgrade offer, then you can submit that all the way to 1,000. And then our drip feed options here as well, from 3 days all the way up to 21 days. All right, now this again comes down to personal preference and mostly the age of your site. If you are using Done For You Suite for a niche site, a client site, whatever it may be, that's going to depend on the age of that site and how much you drip feed. For the most part, if it's a brand new site, obviously you want to do the maximum drip feed. If it's a medium age site, then you can do somewhere in between. And if it's a site that's been around for a while, you can kind of move that a little bit lower. If you want to side on the side of caution, always go higher. If you are not unsure, if you are unsure about the age of the site or whatever it may be, just drip feed it a little bit longer just to be safe. Okay. And then here, obviously, we have our indexing system built in. This is one of our upgrade options. So if you did not purchase this, make sure you do so. This is where we do further indexing of the links that we will be building for you so that you can get a bit more links to count towards your campaigns, which usually ends up giving you better results with less work. All right. And then from here, you click next, and then you just, double check everything, make sure everything's correct. And then from there, you hit create. All right. And that is it. That is truly how simple it is to come in here and submit a new campaign. Now, I'm obviously going to go ahead and cancel this since that is a bogus campaign. But if for some reason you ever do need to cancel a campaign, and I clicked on that and kind of lost it here, but here it goes. You can click on cancel. Yes, cancel. And that campaign has now been canceled. So if you ever come in here and submit a campaign accidentally, you do have the option to cancel it, and then you can delete it from there. All right, and then you also have the ability to copy a campaign. So if you ever want to just quickly resubmit a campaign, you can come in here, duplicate it, and submit everything again. All right, so that is again how easy it is to come in here and submit a campaign with Done For You Suite. And yeah, start submitting some campaigns.